2 days later, I'm feeling less miserable, aiming for a long, brisk, healthy walk like the nurse recommended, something which I had avoided and dodged with all sorts of excuses earlier. I feel more active in class as well, delighting a science/homework teacher, Mr. Mewtwo, with correct and promptly delivered answers. The break right now between the two morning classes is too short for any sort of meaningful activity, but too long to just spend it sitting in the classroom and doing nothing. That's why I bring books! Going onto the hallway isn't much better, but flexing my stiffened muscles is a better use of time than letting myself get stiffer by staying seated. The door of the neighboring classroom door opens and students of 3-4 emerge to further fill up the already semi-crowded hallway. It seems the teacher kept them in for a few extra minutes. Emmy is among them. She notices me noticing her, which almost makes me look away on reflex. I don't have her, and Emmy smiles at me as if she happily skids towards me past the other students. Amy looks pretty energetic, showing no signs of illnesses whatsoever. It seems she recovered from the cold. Hey, good morning! Nice to see you back on your feet. Feeling better now? She looks fine to me, but I still feel compelled to ask. Thanks, yeah, I do. It was just a cold. Nothing serious. Amy laughs confidently as it emphasizes her condition. I wonder for a moment what's kind of serious in Amy's book. Losing a arm or something would be serious for her. I don't know. She might bounce back from that. I don't know. She's really cheerful. She seems to be eager to put the topic aside, though. Where are you going? Off to friend's room to see if she's awake yet. Oh, she skipped the morning class? A sheepish smile appears on Amy's face and she gets slightly flustered. Not exactly. It seems that she caught the cold that I had. Sorry to hear that. Well, she was out in the rain on Sunday with us, after all. I saw her on Monday and she was feeling a bit under the weather back then, too. Yeah, anyway, all I have to ask for some cold medication to give her if she doesn't get better soon. She leaves for the girls' dorm. I want to go along with her to see Ren, but I want to tell her that I'm feeling better too. But it doesn't feel appropriate. Oh, by the way, this game does have some sex scenes. Now, I just have to emphasize this right now. While this game does have sex scenes, they're not just tacked in there. They actually do serve a purpose, and they're all meaningful. And some of them are kind of random. Okay? But most of them, 1, 2. Wait, who's the third girl? Okay, 3 of them have meaning. Like the 3 of the 5 girls have meaning. One of them seems kind of just awkward, and one of them is really awkward. But I guess they're not just tacked in there for the most part, but they do advance the story. One of them advances the story, like it's part of the main story. It really adds to the character. I think Hanako, like her scene, how it relates to her past and the present and the relationship between Hasao and Hanako was the best. But anyway, I was getting distracted. I got distracted. At one point, if you go for Emmy, Rin just bursts in to watch a cloud, because she's watching a cloud across the hallway. The cloud comes in to the other side of the building, so she can't watch anymore. Rin just bursts into the room while you're having sex with Emmy and says, "Oh, I was looking at a cloud," and she goes to look at it like while you're having sex with Emmy. Like it's like at that point I was like, "Yo, I gotta go with Rin's route," because that shit has had me dying. Just looking at a cloud. She didn't seem to care about me being naked or Emmy being naked without her legs on. She was just like, "Cloud, must look at." Anyway. An unspecified feeling diverts my thoughts away. Somehow I just can't summon the resolve to go in there. Is this what Anako went through when she tried to tell me what she felt? Hey, what time is it? Oh, I gotta get ready for work and I have like maybe 30 minutes, okay. 30 minutes to an hour. Even though I'm feeling more energetic, I'm still hesitant about going over there to talk to Ren. It's not until 2 days later, on Friday, that I finally get enough courage to enter the girls' dorm. I asked the first person I meet inside for directions to Ren's room. You know, she could have got better in 2 days. If she drinks orange juice, which is the cure to anything wrong with you, by the way. If you're ever feeling sick or you're about to get sick, buy some orange juice. That thing will fix you up. Shit. I knock on Ren's unmarked door and wait. After a few seconds of silence, I hear something rustling inside the room. I start wondering if maybe I should have brought something for her, like a can of warm coffee or some oranges. I could have peeled them for her. Well, it's too late now. The door opened soundlessly. It was already unlocked, and I found myself staring at Ren, who stares back at me. She looks like she just got out of bed with her hair all messed up. It always looks like that. Oh, and barely any clothes on. Hello. There's a strange, stupid-looking smile on Rin's face. I'm not exactly sure why. Rin smiles so rarely that it seems to be out of place every time, especially so now. Given her partially underdressed state, said state makes me feel extremely conflicted about whether or not this was a good idea. Her cheeks are flushed rose red, contrasting with her milky pale complexion of a person who doesn't get enough sunlight. Her forehead looks sweaty as though she might have a fever. Hi. Now what? I didn't plan anything further than this, and Rin is staring at me with those expectant eyes of her again. Something about the situation gives me very strange vibes. Her eyes are even more vacant than usual, and she seems to have a hard time focusing them on anything. The lack of clothing is disturbing, but since she herself doesn't seem to be bothered, why should I be? I keep telling myself that. I thought I'd pay you a visit since you haven't been at the art club, and I want to talk to you and wish you well. Rin doesn't show any sign of recognizing what I just said. It makes me wonder if she actually understood my words, or if she even heard them. Maybe it's the fever making her groggy. She might have actually been asleep before I came over. Okay. She turns on her heels and withdraws from the door, walking back inside the small room. From the door, I can see her walk to a bed and half fall down, half sit down on a messy pile of bed sheets. The open doorway seems to be more of an obstacle in my mind than the closed door it was, but since Rin doesn't say anything else, I step through it and into her room. Rin is on her bed, leaning against the wall, leaving only the chair in the room for me. Is that a radio or something? I think it is. She keeps quiet even after I sit down, so maybe she meant to invite me in, but just forgot to say it out loud. An implied invitation, as it were. Very exciting. Nobody has visited me before. The breaking into silence draws my attention from the room to its inhabitant, who currently seems to be in the middle of a very profound thought process. Actually, that was not true about visiting, but Amy doesn't count even if she visits. She always pamphers me so much. I think she's having too much fun. I think I've forgotten how to put a bra on myself. She looks groggily down at her chest, which is probably why I don't have one on now, that I think about it. I haven't failed to notice that Rin doesn't even have a shirt buttoned up either, but I try to keep my eyes strictly locked on hers. It's rather evident that she's not a very bodily conscious person. My own body, however, is quite conscious of hers right now. I'm sorry, but is that a hamburger? It looks like a hamburger. Like there's a bun. Never mind. She came to wake me up at 7:30 today. Can you imagine that? 7:30. She pauses for a moment and glances up at my dumbfounded face. On second thought, you probably can. It's not like that reverse rainbow fish I tried to imagine earlier. That was hard. Well, yes, that seems like a pretty normal time to wake up if you want to go to class in the morning. I'm trying to sound as reasonable as possible to counteract Rin's unreasonable annoyance. Told her to sod off. She gave me these meds and told me to take them. I follow her eyes to the night table and then to the pill bottle standing on top of it. I don't see him. Oh, there they are. I pick it up and turn it around to look at the label so I can see what kind of medication Amy brought. Active ingredient, codeine. Oh, dang, that thing's strong. You took all of these? No. Yes. I've been eating some since there's so many of them. Seem to make this thing not so bad. Actually, I think I'm feeling just fine. Her head rolls round and round, making it look like she's either trying to stretch her neck muscles or possibly pass out. She took several of these pills. Can that be safe? At least it's bound to have some side effects, which I'm afraid I'm witnessing right now. I'm feeling just fine. I am fine. Just someone take this buzzing away from my head. I can't think straight. The annoyed expression returns to Rin's face. It's like many of those insect things, or one really big insect thing, with lots of wings, very much color and everything. What's the word for those? Oh, never mind. I remembered. It's butterflies. She smiled slyly at her last observation. The small pause in her monologue is not long enough for me to dare to say anything else that could potentially, but not likely, salvage this discussion. I love butterflies. They're the best animal. But then, never mind. I'm not gonna go there. Did you see any on your way here? Hassal? She utters my name as an afterthought, possibly to make clear that she is now addressing me instead of just speaking her mind to whoever might be listening. This odd situation has left me speechless, more or less the moment Rin first opened her mouth. Now that she doesn't seem to have anything else to add, silence fills the small room. It makes me glance around again in an attempt to find something to talk about. Rin's room is about as small as mine. The big window which makes up most of the wall, furthest from the door, opens to the east, just like mine. It looks very normal, which strikes me as strange. I expected something more different. About a dozen paintings, most of them in Rig's signature abstract style, and a few art posters are taking up most of the available wall space, but that's about the only real difference between her room and mine. The room is not exactly aesthetic, but it doesn't look like what I expected from a girl's room either. A small, faint smell of art, of paper and paint is floating in the air. It's the same smell the art room has. Rin isn't too concerned about being tidy. It seems everything she owns seems to be arranged in the various piles around her room. Your room looks nice. It's an empty sentence one used to fill empty spaces in conversation, but my wits are failing me pretty hard right now. Yeah. Would you like me to show you the places? She looks down at her half-open shirt quizzically, making me inadvertently follow her gaze to her chest. Oh, I guess I already did. I can't deny that, no matter how hard I try to act properly. It's very nice that you came to see me. It makes me feel very... what's that word? You know, the one about things and stuff. Happy? Anyway, you came. Rin's rambling makes me remember that I actually came here for a reason. Hey, about what we talked about on Monday on the rooftop, remember? Rin doesn't seem to be exactly attentive right now, not that she ever was. I plow ahead and get it off my chest anyway. I just wanted to tell you that I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna be better from now on. I'm not guessing. I will be. I hate being pathetic, so I decided I'm not gonna be that anymore. I guess, that's all. Okay. Isn't that good? Now, I'm going... Hey, I know that like, there's some sex scenes in this game, and I'm gonna censor those, but is this okay? I mean, she's not really showing anything, but... this should be fine. I mean, they have music videos where they're showing the freaking... this should be fine. The bloody words fall out of her lips slowly and uncontrollably. I'm happy for you. I think that's what I think. You shouldn't look so sad all the time. I mean, looking sad is fine if you're not sad, but you look sad like you're actually sad. And that's really sad. It makes me sad. That's no good. Are you going on to some training camp where they make men out of boys? Or mountaintop meditation? I don't think so, but I was watching Mulan earlier. Oh, I guess that's fine too. Damn straight it is, girl. The sentences come out of her mouth and probably her brain one at a time with a small pause between each, making her gibberish hard to understand. I just think it seems like a good idea. Maybe it's not. Rin finishes with one more line, getting to say the last word over herself. An impressive display of what I can only describe as mental shadowboxing. While I'm embarrassing myself, might as well tell you that I'm sorry that I said some stupid things to you last week. It's your own business to decide what you're gonna do. She seems not to register my words first, but then understanding lights in her eyes, she waves her head around in a way that could be interpreted as anything. It's okay. I probably said some stupid things too. It's just sometimes a bit hard to keep my thoughts the way I like them. They're not very straight. At least most of the time. Not that I want to have them straight. I just wish they were at least in some shape. You mean like a circle? Round is fine too, but I need more definition. Like an oval. My thoughts are very messy. Messy. She repeats the word gosh, I'm so scatterbrained right now. Melancholically, when flops lying down on her bed and nuzzles her head against the pillow, shutting her eyes. Enough. Tired. You should go. I want to sleep again. She opens her eyes to look at me. Was it you who liked to look at sleeping girls? Or someone else? Maybe there are many of those. I can't remember. You can stay if you want. No, I'll leave. I had to do homework anyway. I stand up on my chair and take a step towards the door. Wait. Her request stops me in my tracks, not that I intended to scoot away right off the bat. I look over my shoulder at the girl laying on the bed, again with the strangest kind of smile of her features. On her features. She should smile more often. She smiles a lot. Oh, do you mean like a happy, like a show your teeth and tongue kind of smile. I I smirk. She smirks. I guess you want a whole hearty smile. Huh? Fine. I can walk you to the door. It's the least a gentleman can do. Rin giggles like a little kid, making me beyond absolutely certain that she took too far much of her cold medication today. I thought it was funny. I've always wanted to say that. Slowly and with difficulty, Rin first rises to a sitting position again, then she stands up with even more difficulty, and more slowly still. As if guided by some masculine automation, my eyes instantly lower to the curve of her thighs and the striped panties, at which point my man is forcing me to lift my gaze back to Rin's eye level. It's getting almost too hard to do that. Rin is standing although barely. It looks like she has trouble keeping up usually decent balance. Again, probably a side effect of her medication. She takes an unsteady step towards me, then another small step, as she notices it's not a good idea to try to take big steps. I feel my muscles tense as I prepare to catch Rin as she falls down. She manages to take 2 more steps before she falls against me. To my surprise, neither her downward momentum nor her slight height difference were able to stop me, or stop Rin from pressing her heart-shaped lips squarely against mine. As her lips part after a confusing moment of nothing but the taste of Rin, I look down at her, trying to find some explanation for this bewildering. Man, I can't. When I record shit, I can't say anything. Bewildering event. The euphoric smile of a madman broadens on Rin's lips again, and I wonder if I'll remember this tomorrow. I am absolutely stumped on how to respond. Rin takes a step backwards, separating her body from mine, and making me. Wait! Oh my! Yes! This. I'm sorry. I just really like it so much. Rin takes a step backwards, separating her body from mine, and making me only now realize that they were even connected in the first place. The second step is actually a fall backwards, luckily straight onto a bed. The soft furred Rin's thin body makes against the mattress breaks the silence. I move quickly over to see if she hurt herself, only to be met with the peaceful face of dreaming. Rin sleeps. She is lying diagonally across the bed, somehow managing to have simultaneously fallen asleep while standing up, and fallen down in a way that she didn't injure herself. Very impressive. Fool's luck. I tuck Rin in, covering her with the sheets as well as I can. She feels very light, even though I'm not that strong. I stand up to look at her, the oval-shaped face, the dark eyelashes shut against the feverish cheeks, the slender body covered with the pale sheets. Rin sleeps. Conflicts, plural, churn inside of me. I think about calling a nurse to keep an eye on her, but decide against it. After taking one more glance at her peaceful face, I decide she'll be fine. I do packet the remaining pills, though. I exit the room and close the door soundlessly behind me. I exhale deeply, only now realizing I held my breath for the better part of a minute. Taking a moment to relax, I try to calm down my heart racing like a jackrabbit.